Hello, fine girls and boys. Happy new month. Happy July. I wish you happy July. Welcome to the second half of the year and welcome to the podcast. So, in case it's your first time here, I am Yemi. And guys, I just realized that I have not have not gotten a name for the podcast. So if you have suggestions on what the name should be, please let me know in the comments, or you can send me an email if you don't like to comment or something. But I prefer you put a comment down there. It just helps me. Okay, helps me grow and whatnot. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel. And yes, at some point I would move over to an actual podcast platform. I just want to complete one season, which will be, let's say, roughly 12 episodes, and then I'll move to an actual platform. Anyway, until today's order of business. First off, I don't know if it's going on in your side, but let's just say happy summer. I don't know if summer has really started because I don't understand what's happening. It's like really hot one day and the next day it's it's always hot, but then it's now raining. And I'm not I we're expecting just like sunlight and just, nice weather, the kind of sun that you want to be outside, not the kind of sun that looks like you're not sure that somebody has mistakenly opened the doorbell fire or something. Like, I don't get it. It's just the weather is just doing what it likes. Yesterday I tried to record this podcast for hours. I recorded like maybe 3 times, but then the rain kept drumming on my window and the thunder was pretty much just roaring like a 2-year-old or something. I don't know, barking like a 2-year-old dog or something like that. Oh, sorry, 2-month-old dog, 2-month-old puppy. Okay, that's not making sense. Anyway, lockdown is trying to ease up in Ontario, but it's slow. Like SL and then like 1,000 O's and then WLY. Very slow. So nothing's really happening. I have not been to the mall yet. I mean, I've gone grocery shopping. I've always been going grocery shopping, but I've not been to the mall, which is really what I wanted to do, go to the mall. But then I've been seeing pictures of unending queues, and that's not my thing. I'm not about to go and queue under the sun to spend my money. It doesn't make sense. So I'm not going anywhere. Let me know how lockdown has been at your end or on your end. I've been trying to get the vaccine too, but they don't have the one that I want. They don't have the one that I want. I'm a very picky individual, down to vaccine. Anyway, I hope that they do stock on Pfizer soon, but yeah, that's why I'm not taking my vaccine yet. But I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not in a hurry. Away from that, let's go to the song of the week. Now, the song I've been feeling this week, or the songs I've been listening to this week, I've been listening to 2 songs. So I don't know if you noticed, like last week, I did not have any song of the week. I guess you did not notice, because if you did notice, you probably have said something, but you did not. So anyway, I have 2 songs. The first one is Fetch Your Life. Fetch Your Life is by Prince KB. And if you're going to listen to it, I would suggest, I don't know why, when I talk for like 5 minutes straight, my voice starts to do what it likes. So I don't know what's going on. As I was saying, if you're going to listen to the Fetch Your Life song, listen to the acoustic version, because I think that's one I can connect it with more, but it's up to you. You can listen to the original version, but I prefer the acoustic version. It is what it is. Now, the second song is Alien at Home by Ignis Brothers. I think Ignis is how it's pronounced. I don't know, but I think that's how it's pronounced. IGNIS. I'll have the 2 songs linked in the description box anyway, so you can listen to them. And I think you should be able to find them on most platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Music, every music platform, SoundCloud, etc. Those are the songs for the week. And why am I feeling those songs? Simply because adulting has been doing anyhow, and that's pretty much our topic for today, or my topic for today. We're going to talk about adulting in a bit. As for fashion brand that I'm feeling this one by it's Mimi Collective. So I think it's a fashion brand that kind of collaborates with other fashion brands, like to create like 2-piece, very comfy 2-piece sets, and that's what I'm making. So if I had the money, that's what I'll be buying and wearing around this summer, but I don't, so I'm not buying anything. Anyway, that's the brand I'm feeling, and it's a women's wear brand. So women wear. Is it women's wear brand? Yeah, women wear brand, menswear. Yeah, women's wear brand. English is failing me again. Okay, let's go into the topic for today, which is adulting. So, adulting, according to dictionary, is the practice of behaving in a way characteristic of a responsible adult, especially the accomplishment of mundane but necessary tasks. Yeah, I think that pretty much defines it to an extent. Yeah. So, adulting is paying your bills, taking care of yourself, being responsible for yourself. But anyway, I'm just going to be listing like a couple of things that I think that you would relate to if you're an adult. So if you don't relate to any of these things, then you're probably not an adult yet. You're probably on your way there, but you're not there yet. But yeah, there has to be at least one thing that you relate to. Okay, so let's go through them. First one, adulting is getting excited about things that you never thought you'd be excited about. Things like dishwashing liquid, when you find like a new one that smells nice. Things like being in bed by 10 p.m. Things like getting, canceled night out. So if you're meant to go out and then your friends call and they're like, oh, please, let's cancel. You're like happy because you're not going out to spend your money. So yeah, that's something else. It's also getting excited about a good sleep medication that kind of works. So if you're someone who is like used to sleep medications and then after a while, some of them kind of like wear out and then your body just gets used to them and they don't work again. So you go find another one that works. So yeah, that's adulting. Adulting is getting excited about public holidays that fall on. We've been excited about that for a while, but while in school that made sense. But it's just that while you were in school, if you get like a public holiday that falls on a Friday or Monday or any public holiday at all, those teachers just find a way to bombard you with assignments. But now, as an adult, no one's going to bombard you with assignments. It's a public holiday, you're off work. Getting excited about public holidays that fall on either Friday or Monday so that you can maybe add one extra day to it or call in sick like the following Tuesday and just be like, I'm so sorry, I can't make it. I just had a stomach problem. Adulting is also getting excited about matching furniture. So if you rent an apartment or if you also have your own house and you started buying furniture, some people's apartments come with furniture, but others don't, so they have to like buy their own. So having your console matching your couches, your chairs, it makes sense. So having your appliances in your kitchen matching, so your air fryer, your pressure cooker, your pots, them just being like in the same color group or color range, you just be excited about things like that. So the next thing I'll mention is adulting is discovering how hard it is to keep fit. So if you're like under 25, you might not really be feeling the effects yet. But like after 25, going to 26, you just start to feel this unnecessary back pain when you eat too much sugar. If you don't, then you're probably one of the lucky ones. But if you do, you realize that you have to cut out a lot of things that you ordinarily would enjoy eating. So yeah, that's something else about adulting. Adulting is also basically avoiding checkups like a plague. Even though you know that you should always like check up and ensure that you're healthy and you're feeling good. Adulting is also discovering or realizing that your life is in your hand and then you have to put yourself in check. You have to be responsible. You have to make your life decisions, and it's also realizing that you cannot steal from yourself like that. It doesn't make sense. So let's say as a teenager, you could go to your parents and ask for things, and even if you got more than you should get, you still get something tomorrow. But if you cook a pot of soup and then you cook like 5 pieces of chicken inside, and then maybe you plan to use the 5 pieces for 1 week, and then you decide to eat all the 5 in one day, you're not getting anything tomorrow. Whatever money you would spend to get more meat will come from your pockets. That's one of the sad things about adulting. Adulting is also realizing that freedom is very expensive. The freedom to live on your own, be your own house, drive your own car, pay your own bills. Very expensive. I wish it would come without paying bills. That would be really nice, but you have to pay your own bills. So food is expensive, clothes are expensive, beddings, furniture, taxes, gas. Gas is expensive. You find yourself calculating how much it will take to drive to the gas station to buy gas, and if it's worth it driving a longer distance to somewhere where the gas is cheaper and then driving back, or just going to the place where it's expensive and it's close to your house. That's very annoying. You're really debating cents. Adulting is picking $5.26 pack of chicken over the $5.30 pack of chicken. You're really debating your cents here. Every cent matters. Adulting is you buying household items on sales because it's like $1 cheaper. If you go grocery shopping and then usually you'd buy maybe a pack of tissue for like a month, but then you get there and maybe it's usually like $10, and then today is like $8. You're like, I think I'm going to buy 2 or 3 packs so that it will last me 3 months. Which, to be fair, sometimes it does last 3 months, and other times because you know that you have a lot in the house, you tend to misuse. So yeah, adulting is you realizing that you have to make your life decisions, and is realizing that you have to take risks, and if you don't take any risk, you are still taking a risk. So adulting is counting down to your days off. Now, that said, counting down to like Fridays or counting down to Saturdays, depending on when you get your day off. But not everybody works Monday to Friday, so it's pretty much counting down to your day off. And sometimes if you work like Monday, maybe you work during the weekends, and your friends that you'd rather hang out with work regular Monday to Friday, you might still be counting down to Friday simply because you want to hang out with people. Adults realize that nobody really knows what you're doing. Everybody's just doing what they think is best, and they're all working with the knowledge that they have at the moment. So it's realizing that even your parents probably are winging it just like you. They're making decisions just like you based on whatever knowledge that they have. Obviously, to make very informed decisions, you need to have as much knowledge as possible. So yeah, you realize that everybody's just winging it and doing what they think is best. So adulting is realizing that you might have made decisions in your teenage years that kind of make your 20s and beyond a little bit hellish. I'll give an example. So maybe you finish high school roughly between like 15 and 18 for most people, and then you go into uni, you pick a course, you think that you like it, and maybe 2 years in, or even when you're done, you realize that you don't actually like it that much. You've spent time studying it already, you've gotten a degree, but now you're like struggling to get a job, or even if you get a job, you get a job that kind of makes you miserable. It's realizing that you have probably made a decision that kind of makes your work life or your adulting life a little hellish from at a time. You made that decision at a time when you were not as informed as you are at the moment. Adulting is realizing that time flies real fast. So it's realizing that high school might be the most enjoyable period, and a lot of the drama that would occur will not matter in like a few years. I know people here take their relationship like seriously, their high school relationships seriously, but where I come from or where I grew up in, nah, nobody really cares. We just know that it's for high school, and after high school it won't matter again. So some people do take it seriously. They graduate from high school, they remain together all through university, but it's like very few people. So yeah, that's adulting. And then the final thing about adulting is that adulting is something that you cannot unsubscribe. You can't quit. You can't say you're not doing again. You can't return. You can't ask for factory reset for the most part. It's just there. You can review it. You can give it like 5 stars. You can give it 4 stars. You can give it 3 stars. You can decide not to review. But guess what? It continues whether you like it or you don't until you're off the planet, basically. So yeah, that's the thing about adulting. You see that hype that you probably had from, when you're like a preteen, you're so excited about being a teenager, and then you become a teenager, and then you're excited about being an adult. After becoming an adult, there's pretty much nothing else. You're not thinking about, most people are not supposedly excited about getting older. I don't know, some people are, but they're happy to see like a new year, but not necessarily happy to be older as well. Like some people kind of wish to, well, let me speak for myself, kind of wish to be like 16 or 17 again, something like that. So that's pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. While I'm in this state and I'm like thinking and trying to be responsible for myself and trying to make my own life decisions, somebody somewhere expects that I should get a partner that's bringing someone else into my life. Once I'm done with that, I should also reproduce and bring in somebody else into my life. That's like 2 people to be responsible for. For what reason, please? Like, adulting is checking your adulting is realizing that everybody's capacity is different. I mean, when you're ready to have a partner, go ahead and get one. When you're ready to have a child, go ahead and have one. But don't force your plans or your interest on anybody else. So now that I've mentioned all these things about adulting, you might be wondering, okay, so what can get me through adulting? Well, I have 3 things. I mean, you can add your own. If you think you have more, you can add your own in the comments, but I have 3 things. 1, have a good spiritual background. So, be a Christian like I am, okay? Meditate, pray, stuff like that. That's 1. 2, have a good support system. Now you can have good supportive family members. You don't get to choose your family members, so they may or may not be supportive, but you can choose your friends. So choose friends that are supportive and be a supportive friend as well. Okay, don't just be collecting and not giving. Don't be selfish. Now the 3rd thing is have money. Money would ease your burdens a lot. Do not underestimate the power of money. Money would buy you a lot. It would be like money can't buy happiness. I'd say money maybe cannot buy joy, but money can buy happiness. I'm not too sure of that. I'm still working on proving that right. So when I have that much money, I can tell you. But it should not be coming from people that don't have money. Have money, Sha. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Have money. So that's pretty much, those are my tips. So if you have any, you can add in the comment section. Any adult ranting, you can add in the comment section. Any tips on surviving adulting, you can add in the comment section as well. All right. Thank you for listening to my podcast today. I hope you enjoyed it, and give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. I hope to see you guys in another episode. Till then, stay blessed. Bye.